Alright guys, today I'm going to show you some problems using complex numbers. The first problem is square root of negative 9 times the square root of negative 16. The second problem is the square root of negative 4 times 5 plus 2i. And the second problem is 7 minus 4i times 10 plus 5i. And when you're doing these problems, keep in mind that standard form is a plus bi. The square root of negative 1 is the same thing as I, and that I squared equals negative 1. So keep those three things in mind. It'll help you solve these problems. Alright, with the first problem, you can break it up into the square root of 9 times the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 4 times the square root of negative 1. And that'll give you 3 and 4. And then the square root of negative 1 is the same thing as I. So you get I. The square root of negative 1 is the same thing as I, so you get I again. And that'll give you 12i squared. And down here at the bottom, I squared is the same thing as negative 1. So that gives you 12 times negative 1, and you get negative 12. And that's it for the first problem. For the second problem, you're going to want to break this apart first and convert the square root of negative 1 to I. So you're going to get 2i, because the square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of negative 1 is I. And then you got 5 plus 2i over here. And then you simply just distribute, so you get 10i plus 4i squared. And that's 10i plus 4 times negative 1, because I squared is the same thing as negative 1. So you get 10i plus negative 4. And down here, standard form is a plus bi. So you get negative 4 plus 10i. Always write it in standard form. And for the last problem, you're simply going to FOIL. So you get 70 plus 35i, and then multiplying the bottom, minus 40i minus 20i squared. Alright, and then combine these middle terms, so you get 70 minus 5i, and then you get minus 20i squared. And remember that I squared is the same thing as negative 1, so we'll convert that real quick. 70 minus 5i minus 20 times negative 1, so you get 70 minus 5i plus 90. I'm sorry, plus 20, not 90. 90 is the final answer. And then you get 90 minus 5i. And that's standard form, so you got them all correct.